It's a great place for just the whole family coming together, have a little sip of wine, but really just enjoy the beautiful Contra Costa area here.
Yeah, wineries are just great to just hang out. You know, the atmosphere there just feels good to begin with, doesn't it? Yeah.
You know, Andre and I, we shared a story the other day on Mornings on 2 about how Americans are drinking less and drinking less often. As a winery, how do you guys handle this emerging trend?
So, yes, a lot of the younger generation wants the wine cocktails or the mocktails. So, to battle that during our events, we've gone into doing like frosés or wine spritzers. For those that don't drink, we also have lemonades. Just come out, relax. It's just a really relaxing atmosphere.
Can we back up a few seconds? A frosé?
Yes, frozen.
Please describe this to me.
So that would be a frozen wine drink with you have your frosé mix and rosé in it. Or we'll do a Sauvignon Blanc with a passion fruit.
Is it sweet or does it taste like wine?
It tastes like wine, but it has a little bit of sweetness in it that people are looking for in the culture nowadays.
Are you using what's harvested from the grounds here?
Everything.
Everything.
Yes, we don't source anything. Everything comes from our property. We're 100% estate.
I will say that frosé sounds like a great thing for a hot day.
Exactly, during the summertime.
Yeah.
Well, and speaking of heat, and you know, we'll go back to you, Nicholas. We learned during kind of the bulk of our zip trip that it has gotten as hot as 117 degrees here in Brentwood. Not that high this morning, but it's warm. Tell me about how the environment here in Brentwood affects what comes off the vine.
You know, that's one of the greatest tricks that I'm constantly looking at. You know, I'm constantly in the vineyard. The greatest fertilizer is the farmer's footstep, I truly believe. And I am, you know, looking over and I say this is a fantastic year for it. I'm really excited for the 2025 harvest in terms of it has been actually a very temperate summer and some of the best fruit that I have seen so far.
How do you deal with drought, though? Because it wasn't that long ago that Andre and I were reporting on years of drought in California.
Yeah, you know, luckily the water table here in Brentwood is actually pretty high up. So because it is a riverlands coming in, our vines are able to tap into that and get much more of like natural clay and much more of a minerality from it.
Yeah. Really? Well, so I watched you, Andre. I watched you sip, and because I know nothing about wine. So like I'm seeing swirling, I'm seeing smelling. One of you gentlemen want to take us through the proper way. You know, probably not how they do it in the movies, but go ahead.
Well, first, really what you do is you look for the color clarity, either up in the sun or if you have a white piece of paper to see what the color of the wine's going to be. Then you'll give it a little swirl.
What's the swirl for? Is it to aerate or what?
The swirl is aerating. It's going to release the aromas to the wine. And so as you're swirling, it's aging it a little bit, releasing the aromas, and then smell it to see what you're going to smell, and then take a sip.
So are there specific things that, you know, Andre and Nicholas should be smelling? Like, to me, I smell wine, but I've heard of like, oh, tobacco and cherries. And what should we be getting from this wine?
You know what? It's your perception of wine, so it's actually whatever you're smelling, whatever takes you back. So
put them on the spot, gentlemen. Do you want to share what are you getting?
I smell grapes.
You smell grapes? Let's ask the pro. What are you getting?
Yeah. So this one from our 2.5 years, you know, I got this vanilla wonderfulness that comes from that French oak barrel to it. A great dark cherry aspect coming. Even a little bit of like a mocha.
I do smell the dark cherry. Yes, that one is really good. I thought maybe that's what made up a lot of this, but I'm not really sure because I'm not the best. But I was trying to figure it out. So yeah, keep going.
You know, and I say that everyone has a different palate. You know, what I am tasting from this versus what everyone has, you know, it could be a little different. And I think that's what makes wine so fantastic. It is something that you can get together and really discuss with family and friends.
Do you do the slurp or the sip? What's the purpose of the slurp?
I
won't even make that sound, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, yeah. Yeah, wow.
Yes. This is to help aerate it. So
even more, okay.
You do this and it really helps open the wine up and you'll really get a big difference to it.
Wow. Very beautiful. Very cool. You guys know your stuff, and there are more events happening for the rest of the year. You've gone through quite a bit already. I was looking at the calendar, and you still have some things going on throughout the rest of the year. Let's see, in September, November, and December. You have Labor Day, Veterans Day. Are there anything special happening on Labor Day, September 1st?
Labor Day, we'll have live music out of the winery. So it's from 1 to 4. We'll have a band out there. Just come relax on a food truck.
Yeah, and then Veterans Day, you have something November 11th.
It's going to be the same, just live music.
Yeah, it's December 14th, the Sip and Shop. What is that?
Our Sip and Shop is a big vendor event. So we bring local vendors in, and we advertise through Facebook, Instagram, and then we'll have wine and food trucks and music.
I mean, I just want to, make note of, you guys have a lobster feast here, like throughout the year, crab feed.
At the end of this month is our lobster. Next month is our final concert of our concert series, which is Michael Jackson tribute.
Oh, that's going to be nice.
Yeah,
that's right. And that's on September 13th, right?
That's on September 13th.
Do you guys have a downtime? I mean, I'm looking at this calendar, and how does that work?
November through February is our downtime.
November. Oh, okay. There's a small gap there.
Not the winemaker, though.
Got it. So tell me, as a winemaker, what are you doing once harvest? I mean, harvest is what, late summer, early fall?
So we have actually already picked our Sauvignon Blanc, our first varietal right now, and so right now we are in the busiest time of the year because when the grapes are ready to pick, you got to work on their schedule.
Do you call this crush? Is that what this is, or am I thinking of something?
You're absolutely right.
I do know something about wine. Okay, go on. So what's happening out the winery?
Yeah, so right now we are picking, and this is such a big part. When do you pick the wines, and that initial turning that juice into wine? The true drink of the gods here. Yeah. It's the real fun time and the real busy time of the year.
Yeah, for sure. All right, gentlemen, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thanks for sticking around with us. We're gonna have a lot more coming up here on Take Two, to be sure, right?
Absolutely, we are loving Brentwood.
Yes,
for more and more reasons with every minute. So we'll come back with a greater spotlight on Brentwood.
Sip by sip, I'm loving it. Even more.
I know. It's so beautiful. We'll be back. Gentlemen, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Jeff is saying we need to have the audio. Now, did you lose? Okay. Do you hear us? Do you hear us? Do you hear me? Welcome back. We are, you know, it's so funny. Sometimes we wish, like, we're here in Brentwood. Let's set the stage. We're here in Brentwood. We had a great zip trip here in Brentwood. We're still in the middle of it. We have a literal ton of people behind the cameras.
Yeah.
And we moved. We were talking to the winemakers, right? Hannah and Nicole. We moved like 20 feet over now. Like,
Boom.
we're at the main set. And we're having audio issues. And so, like, we take the 2-minute break. And while you guys were at home watching, you know, we're like, check this audio. Da-da-da. So 100% hats off to the men and women behind the scenes here and back at the ranch
Making
over at
it work.
KTVU because you can hear us and see us.
Yeah.
So, that having been said, we would like to welcome the head of the Chamber of Commerce here, Adam Martinez, a proud member of Brentwood here. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Did we miss anything? Because we've talked pick, wineries.
You have done a great job.
Okay.
You guys have covered this town.
You know, we're not sure.
Absolutely. No, you guys have represented us very well. I really appreciate it because I love this town.
What do you love best about it?
Just the way that the community comes together. You know, we have built this community has grown from the farms that really built the city, but now we're developing into a larger city. We're bringing in larger corporations that will provide jobs for our residents, so we don't have to travel outside of Brentwood. We can stay home
because that commute can be a killer.
We have one of the hardest commutes, a 45-minute commute here.
It's one of the and 20% of people that live in Brentwood leave before 6 a.m. in the morning to commute into the city to go to work.
If I get you to raise that a little bit when you answer.
It's got one of the longest commutes, from my understanding, in the nation.
So we're working hard on fixing that.
Bringing business here.
Bringing larger corporations. We have the innovation centers coming.
Where's that going to be?
That's going to be right next to our new Costco. One of the largest Costcos here in California.
Gas pumps?
Yes.
Yes. All right.
Yes.
I drove right by it on 4, right?
Absolutely. Yes.
Bonkers. I remember when that opened a few months ago.
Insane.
Like overnight lines.
Yes, we were doing stories on it because it was. We're like, wow, and it was a hit.
Yeah,
it was a hit. Right
and it
away.
still is. It's still packed. It's attracting more larger companies, and that's what we need.
So it's like an anchor. It's
it is.
I see.
It is. But we also are staying true to our roots.
Oh my gosh! Are you kidding?
Hey, where's mine?
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
We have some of the best corn in Brentwood. Let me tell you something. We are corn all the way down to our socks. Come on.
Can I tell you? Tell me. Okay, look. What I should bite into it. Oh my gosh, should I?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
And
some of the best fruit produce here.
It is unbelievable.
Our cherry season is amazing.
So tell me about your history in this in Brentwood.
Well, so I originally grew up in El Cerrito, Richmond area. Moved out here, started a family, and I wanted a community to be somewhere, a great community to raise a family. And that's what I found here. I've been out here for about 15 years now. Joined the Chamber of Commerce. And, you know, the Chamber of Commerce does so much good for all the business owners. You know, we go into business just knowing about our trades. Right. I'm in construction, so I know construction. Right. We know baking, but we don't know a lot about the business side of it. Right. So the things that I've learned over the years, I want to pass that on to the next generation. And our chamber is all volunteers that feel the same way.
But you have an excitement about being part of Brentwood.
Absolutely.
Even you know we've talked to people who've been here for a little bit.
Can I chime in for a second?
Please.
We do 8 zip trips every year. And I come out 2 weeks earlier, do a little scouting report, find some good spots. That peach is good, isn't it?
It's amazing.
And all of them are excited, but I got to tell you, Brentwood rocks. You guys
make some noise.
In terms of community involvement, we hit the streets and, hey, Frank, you know, welcome to Brentwood and all that kind of thing. So you got a great community.
We do. We are blessed.
Can I ask you real quick to back up? And I know we talked about like the professional, luring businesses here and that sort of thing, and tax base and blah, blah, blah. You made a personal decision to leave West Cocoa County to come out here to Brentwood. And you said you were going to start and raise a family.
Yes.
What was so attractive in particular when it came to raising a family here?
Still the large city feel, but the hometown, the small like community.
Okay.
The schools.
So, like, if
are
your kid
amazing.
is riding his bike without his helmet, I will text you and be like, you may want to check
Hey,
out your kid. Okay.
she's out here. You
That
better.
does happen, though? That
yeah,
happens? Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
We all know each other. We all look out for each other. It is definitely a tight knit community.
Yeah. Wow. It is. Yeah. I was talking earlier about the excitement that has infected you. It seems like about this town.
Yes.
That you are part of the Chamber of Commerce now to promote this city.
Yes.
And so I truly wanted to understand what was behind that. What made you fall in love? Because what I'm hearing now is a lot of love for the city.
Yes, and as far as the Chamber of Commerce is concerned, we do a lot for the business community, but then we also do it for the residents as well. We host events like Hometown Halloween that's coming up pretty soon. We actually started Hispanic Heritage Day, La Gran Fiesta, that's happening in September, as well as the technology side of it. So we are going to launch the brand new Contra Costa. You're hearing it here first, folks. Breaking news. Contra Costa Business Conference.
Okay.
And we are going to bring in some industry leaders in technology, in AI, to educate our business community here.
Okay.
So we partnered up with the city. We partnered up with Redbox. Okay. We are bringing this to downtown Brentwood. It's going to be amazing here in September. So we're growing smartly. We don't want to grow just to grow.
Right.
We want to stay true to our roots.
Right.
But we also recognize that growth is good for the city.
I like that.
Business is good for the city. And with a strong business community, you got a good community.
It's like you want to honor but not get stuck in the past.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
There's an agricultural legacy that's really important.
Which is very important.
Very important. And as I drive in here, though, I noticed that there is a lot of construction going on.
Yes.
A lot of homes being built, which is actually a good thing in some ways. How do you balance that? How do you view that going to the future as you still try to balance the agriculture part of things and getting homes built, because that is a problem, when you get further west from here.
Our city is amazing. Our city council, our leaders, our economic development team is amazing here in Brentwood, and they are very cautious of that. Not to grow too much, and having our residents in mind for the growing smartly.
And pushing agriculture out.
We don't want to do that.
Exactly.
No,
because that's part of the whole thing here.
Frank, can I ask you? You grew up here in the Bay as well, in another part of Contra Costa County, right? Did you come out here and do the?
I grew up in Walnut Creek in Orinda. There's actually
a little bit higher on the mic, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
There's
first day,
a
everyone.
Malakote Road.
Sorry, go ahead.
There's a Malakote Road or Boulevard in Oakley that he was 92. My grandfather went out to, there was an old grocery store there, and my dad brought him out to find out if they were family. It turns out they were, from way eons back from Tennessee. But I used to play Liberty High School when I went to Miramani, came out and wrestled here. But I must admit, I've been out here probably in 20, 30 years until I came out to do the trivia.
Were you shocked?
I was blown away.
Really? Wow.
Changed
You're
a
right,
lot.
Andrew. The minute you get around the curve and, at Bay Point and Pittsburgh and Antioch, all the construction. But what really took me is the eastern slope of Mount Diablo. My sister used to live in Discovery Bay. You're in a boat looking at it going, man, that is a pretty mountain. We see the other side, which is gorgeous. But there's something about the eastern slope of that mountain that just is gorgeous. And that's right in your backyard.
Love it. I wake up to it every morning.
Oh, my God.
You do? Oh, you live right on that side? It's beautiful. I mean, I've gone up there from the other side, but I have not from this side, which I was reading that you have hiking trails on this side that you can go up to the mountain. So that's beautiful. That's the beautiful part about this area. It does have a mix of everything.
You know what blows my mind? In a matter of 25, 30 minutes, if you're in the Mount Diablo Valley area, Walnut Creek, Alamo, whatever, you come out here, you feel like you are in the valley a little bit, but it's just a totally different vibe.
Totally different vibe, totally different weather.
As they say.
We have more of the four seasons out here, so you're enjoying some of the summer heat.
Yeah, we're definitely in summer.
I grew up 70 degrees year round, right?
Today's mild, though. I mean, this is awesome.
Today is mild. No, it's nice. Yeah. You guys brought the Bay weather, the San Francisco weather with you guys.
Well, Adam Martinez, it has been such a joy to have you.
It's been my pleasure as well.
Can I tell you, I love the enthusiasm.
Yeah, me too.
I love that. More people need that. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. Thank you so much. And thank you for the peach, Frank.
Oh, you're welcome.
This is like gold.
Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome back to a special edition of Take Two. Today we are in Brentwood for our Zip Trips, and we're joined now by Patricia Pearson. She is the Vice Mayor of Brentwood, and she is from further west from here, where our station is located. Patricia, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
So how long have you been Vice Mayor of this area before we get to your backstory?
I'm within my first year of being the Vice Mayor.
Yeah?
It's a beautiful city.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How long have you lived here at Brentwood?
I've lived here for 7 years.
Yeah, but you've obviously loved it. And
I absolutely,
yeah.
I love
Why?
Brentwood so much. I love the hometown feel, the community. Just right now, while we're out here with you all, look at everyone coming together because we love our city so much.
And so what's your goal? I mean, I imagine you want to get more families from everywhere to come here to Brentwood. How do you do that?
Yeah, the way we do it is through our networking, our events, our programming. One of the things that we love to do in Brentwood is to gather down here right in the center.
Yeah.
We've done it for the 4th of July. We do it for the holiday season, and we do it for an event that I helped put together, created in my brain, and said, let's do it. It's Juneteenth.
Oh, good.
We've had over 4,800 people show up this last year.
So when did you start doing it?
We started, last year was the first year. We just did it this year.
And then how many people did you have show up?
4,800.
That's incredible in the first year.
Amazing staff.
That is amazing.
Yes.
You're the first black vice mayor
First black vice mayor in 76 years.
76 years, but this community is extremely diverse.
Absolutely.
I mean, not the diversity of business, diversity of restaurants, and diversity of people here, which is what makes it, I think, so special, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. We have some great female-owned businesses here.
Yeah.
I'd like to shout them out: Gleam, Sip and Scoop, Little Owl.
Yeah.
They're all here. We have some great, diverse African American, Latino, Asian. Just you guys probably seen it in your Zip tours here. In
Oh,
the
for
city.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure. There's such a big focus on celebrating people who live in Brentwood.
Yeah.
It's a warm, kind of an open arms, welcoming city. When it comes to dealing with things like growing pains, I grew up in a relatively small town, Livermore, and back when I was growing up, it was like maybe 50,000. I think Livermore were at around, I want to say 85,000-ish now. I mean, that's over like 30 years.
Yeah.
So, but Brentwood in particular sort of saw explosive growth right before you got here and is continuing to grow. Do you hear from people who are like, just keep it the way it was?
Yeah.
I don't want all these houses. How do you balance that? What do you say to that?
We do, and we want to listen to all residents on both sides. We've had an economic explosion, an economic growth. We had Costco come in. We had Center Cal buy the Sand Creek's sports complex, near the sports complex area, the streets of Brentwood. And how do we balance it? We make sure that we don't overdevelop, but we're mindful of what the needs of our residents are. So bringing those type of environments, the Sand Creek Sports Complex being one of those, bringing the different events to the city of Brentwood to be diverse and unique, but making sure we keep that sweet balance like our beautiful historic downtown.
Right.
I wanted to ask you, you moved here from Oakland.
Yes.
What brought you out of Oakland here to Brentwood?
Oakland's a beautiful city. Born and raised. Don't have anything bad to say about Brentwood. But yeah, I have 4 children, and there's this hometown feel about Brentwood that I wanted to raise with my children.
Yeah.
So I have children that have been raised here since elementary school.
Yeah.
When we came here 7 years ago, and we absolutely adore the family feel of Brentwood.
Wow.
Good. Are you
Yeah.
high school then? Are your older ones in high school?
We have one in college who graduated from Freedom, and the rest Heritage, and we have two at Adams.
Okay,
Wow.
that's a lot of class schedule.
Oh,
yeah.
How do
a lot
you do
of
back to
transportation.
school night? Because
Yeah.
we only have the so much. You go to little ones, I'll go to the big one. How do you
Yeah.
deal with
We
4?
juggle it. Me and my husband, we have to really juggle.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do we jump around? And sometimes we may miss a class or two, but we make sure we
Well, you
hit
make
them
sure
all
you get
up.
to them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But in the
Absolutely.
middle of all of that, you have all the events that are happening here in Brentwood as well.
Yes,
My
yes.
goodness, it is.
Absolutely.
You guys have a lot going on
We
here.
do, yes.
Yeah.
Can I ask you real quick, because we both sort of remarked on it, Patanisha. I've never met a Patanisha before, and
Yeah.
there's a
Oh,
beautiful
yeah,
meaning
yeah.
behind your
Thank
name.
you. So my name means reconciler of difference, and in addition to being the vice mayor of the city, I work as a district director for our assemblywoman, Ana Maria Villafarias, and I'm an attorney. So on a daily basis, I'm reconciling
reconciling
differences.
Yes,
Absolutely,
yes. It's
yes.
like become
It's become
part of
who
you.
I am.
Yeah.
I don't know. My mother must have knew something that
Yeah,
the rest of the world didn't know. Yeah,
Right, yeah.
absolutely.
She knew her baby.
Yeah, it's
Spot on.
Swahili. Patanisha is
Yes,
Swahili.
Swahili,
Yeah,
yes.
wow, that's
Beautiful.
fantastic. Beautiful name.
Thank you very
yes,
much. I
and thank you for
appreciate it.
inviting us out here, and for to all the people that came out here.
This is
today.
like, I know Take Two is only half an hour, so we have to wrap up, but
Yes.
this behind us has been
Yes.
quite the scene.
Okay, so-
Can we
so-
bring
so-
that?
so,
it's,
yeah.
it's a horse, like a real deal. I can't even.
I wanted to get the microphone, but maybe Corey, you can take the microphone up to her so we can talk.
My daughter $100 I couldn't get on the news.
She bet her daughter $100 she couldn't get on the news. So what's your daughter's name?
Yeah.
Dana DeLoso.
And what-
Shayna DeLoso. You're gonna have to pay
And
up.
what's your name? And what's
Toby.
and who are you with? You with
Toby.
Toby?
And this is Martini.
Martini. And where
Martini.
are you from? You
We're from Oakley, but I board out in nights in at Ringwood Stables.
She came
and
on
so you
out.
just decided to come on down
Well,
with
my
Toby?
daughter told me that you guys were doing this today, and she's been watching it on the
Wow.
news.
Yeah.
So I
Mom, you
thought,
go
well,
collect.
hell, I think
Well,
I
you
can
made
get on.
it. I was like,
think
whoa,
can-
is that? I saw that back
I
there. I'm
seen
like,
the cop over here, and I wasn't sure if I was going to get in trouble.
yeah,
you're
of course.
good.
Yeah, something like
You're
that's
good.
going to get on
Here,
TV
if
for
he
sure.
asks me, I'm going to say, is this the law, or is this just you asking me to leave?
Thank you for being here. I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Look at him. He was eating
Awesome.
trying to eat the
Martini
chair a
likes
little
the
bit.
chair.
Yeah, he likes the
Martini.
chair.
We are-
Martini.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. We love you, Brentwood. Thank you so much for coming
Thank
out,
you,
showing up for
Brentwood.
us.
Thank you,
You've been very
everybody.
inviting. Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
great. See you next time.
Aw, that's awesome.
From the Oakland Hills to Jack London Square, from the port to the Coliseum, this is Talk of the Town, an in-depth conversation about the people and issues important to Oakland.
Hello and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm your host, Dave Clark. It's